Hey everyone, this is the video about something which I came across while reading a blog. Link of this blog is like this: concurrent programming with Concurnas. So I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it spells like this: Concurnas, right? So this is the blog that I was reading through and I found it very interesting. And this is the Concurnas is an open source JVM programming language designed for building reliable, scalable, high performance, concurrent, distributed and parallel systems. So this is the new JVM programming language. Other programming languages which are based on JVM talk about Java comes first into the list. Then we have Kotlin, we have Groovy and others as well. So this new programming language Concurnas is new in the list in the JVM programming languages, and its focus is basically on the multi-threading, parallel processing, concurrent programming, right? So let's see the features about this. So I have not explored it very much, but I recently just read about it. I just want to introduce I just want to share this thing with you, right? So let's see the features that it has, right? So using Concurrent helps organization take full advantage of modern multi-core CPU and GPU hardware by making concurrent and parallel programming easier. And the most important thing, it is interoperable with Java and other JVM languages as well. So if you have softwares and systems written in Java, you can use Concurrent to write the parallel processing systems and then integrate with that one. So it can interoperate easily. Compared to other languages with the Concurrent, developers need to write fewer lines of code for parallel processing. That code is safer and easy to test. It increases the quality and boosting developer productivity. Let's see other axioms about this one. It is very easy to learn. It's easy to learn is a subjective term, right? So when you start learning, only then you will see that whether it is easy or not. It is inspired by Python and Java, and it is a statically typed, garbage collected language utilizing type inferences with an easy to learn syntax. It is high performant. It is a compiled language which runs on the JVM and such has access to the incredible performance offered by the JVM. So all the features that JVM provides, it has. It is easy to scale. It makes it possible to use the same code from a small research prototype to a planet scale distribution production solution. It is open source, 100% free. So you can just go and you can go right away and write the code and send the code in production. No fee to pay, no cost is to pay. Right. So let's see the features in nutshell. So first it talks about the concurrent computing, then distributed computing, and then GPU computing and off-heap memory. Concurrent offers first-class citizen support for interacting with non-heap managed, non-garbage collected memory. This makes working with GPU, big data and custom database a breeze. So even I do not understand at this point what this means. When you start using and playing around with this, only then you will be able to understand it. The next thing it says that it is imperative and it is completely object oriented and it is functional in nature. You can follow the functional programming style. It is reactive. Concurrent has first class citizen support for the emerging reactive programming paradigm. So these are the few things that all other programming languages, if I talk about the Java, they are trying to integrate these features like functional programming, reactive, and any new programming language that is coming into picture, they are giving it as a first class citizens, that they are natively inbuilt into that. So that's interesting to see, right? With Concurrent, you can write code with which will react to changes in input parameters automatically, thus allowing you to create reactive pipelines in very few line of codes, right? So for the reactiveness in Java and other things which are not reactive in nature, you have to write codes to make those reactive, but they are natively reactive with this Concurrent language, right? And then it's data structure. Again has first class citizen support for core data structure, arrays, matrices, lists, maps, ranges and sets. And vectorization is the one thing. Matrix list, you can create that easily. IDE support, it has Jupyter Notebook, VS Code, Term and Sublime Text support. Null safety, Concurrent is a null safe language. Null pointer exception is a hell kind of, right? So this helps to eliminate one of the most common sources of bugs in modern programming, the null pointer exception. And then it is Java compatible, runs on the JVM, which not only gives you the access to the JDK and fantastic multi-platform performance offered by the JVM, but also compatibility with other languages such as Java, Scala, Kotlin, and Clojure, that are the JVM languages. Type inferred language, it is statically typed, which uses type inferences extensively to remove the burden of types. A concise syntax, programming languages are not just for the machine, people need to read them too. Concurrent offers to concise syntax and many shortcuts to make writing easy to read and maintainable code the norm. Concurrent is also able to be verbose for code which requires that extra bit of clarity. It is extensible and DSLs. Concurrent has extensive support for domain-specific languages via expression list, extension function, and operator overloading. It also supports language extensions which allow you to directly embed segments of non-concurrent code into your concurrent code files, right? And here you can see, if I go down into the this documentation on official website, it has very nice documentation, this source code as well, right? So if it is this method is trying to find the greatest common divisor of 2 1, right? It is calculating one, it is calling this method here. This is the function definition that you have, and it is calling that one, right? And in the next line it is calling. So see the comment that it has written, it runs this calculation in an isolate. You can think of threads, like we say in Java, right? So this is the closest thing that I can think of. So this also runs in a separate isolate, and when both the calculators are available, it can calculate the results based on both of these calculations. So it waits for the results of cals 1 and cals 2 before assigning cals 3, right? So this is how it is working, and parallel processing it is doing. So there are isolation of isolates and nice documentation here. You can go ahead and check out that. This is a direct link and a very short URL that you can see. So this is something that I wanted to just share, that it is new in the market. In the coming time, I am going to experiment about this, and I'm sure and I'll definitely share my feedbacks with you all, and probably some simple application about this as well, and how we can interoperate with Java. In the meantime, if you come across with this one and you are trying to experiment with this one, please do share your feedback in the comment section, right? So these are the few blogs that you can go ahead and see about this. So introducing new programming language, Jack Center, this is the one URL that you can see, and if you Google it, you will see other URLs as well. There are videos. There are nice videos available about this concurrent languages also on YouTube, which you can go ahead and check out that as well. So that's it about this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.